Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling Serenity Sunday. Yes, it has been an kind of day. I've had, let's see, what did we do? Oh, we did our drive this morning, our mystery drive this morning. Kind of ended up in places we'd already been before, but didn't have the time to go exploring further. So we grabbed some breakfast and came home to eat that. And then I had my call, and it was an awesome call. Got to catch up with a friend who I haven't seen in person since January last year. So it was a really good catch-up call with her, and we just had a lot of fun. Just a lot of fun just catching up with each other, what we're doing, and all of that sort of thing too. Then after that, it was another type of catch-up day where I got caught up on some paperwork. Yes, and if a certain person is watching this, yes, that included doing that too, and it will be on its way shortly. And then I was just like, I feel like taking a nap. So I took my lunchtime nap. It was nice. It was good. And Zeffie came and laid with me for a while and let me. And what I have discovered with Zeffie is that she doesn't like having her paws touched with. So if you want her head in reach, you play with her paws, and she comes on with her head and butts your hand away and puts her head underneath your hand, so you will scratch her head, which is what I wanted in the real, which is what I really wanted anyway. And so I just laid there scratching her for a bit, and then I dozed off. She dozed off, and then we woke up at one point, and it was like, I did read for a little bit, like about 20 to 30 minutes. And then I dozed for about 30 minutes. So I was only laying down for about an hour, which was kind of cool because I didn't want to sleep too long. And but that was all I needed to get up, get going, and did some more prep on the genealogy stuff that I'm working on right now. I've got one which is a little tricky, and so I'm in different groups which are full of professional genealogists as well, asking for advice in there on where to go next and that sort of stuff, and seeing if there's any people who have experience in the area that I'm trying to research as well, to see if they can offer any advice on where to go next. So I kind of hit some stumbling blocks for a client's one, and trying to figure it out. So getting help from some other professional genealogists for that too. So that's kind of cool. And then I was sort of like, I feel like watching a movie. And there was this movie called First Lady. It was like an hour and a half I will never get back in my life. But it was okay because I sat there doing jigsaw puzzles anyway. So I was kind of just half listening to it. But it was a strange kind of story. It's supposed to be a romantic comedy. And yeah, there was some humorous moments in there. And it's sort of like the storyline just didn't flow. It stopped and started, stopped and started. And they would jump ahead in time without telling you they were jumping ahead in time. And so like, wait, what? The campaign's over? They've done the election? And, and so it was very interesting how it was all done, because you had no space of time till all of a sudden they put in 18 months later. And you're like, okay, we're 18 months later or 3 months later and all this. I'm like, okay, but as far as the past time, they were hitting the campaign trail. Well, campaign trails are a long time and all of that sort of stuff. And all of a sudden they're starting the campaign, and now we're at election night where they won. And I'm sort of like, what happened in between? It was an interesting concept, but don't know how it got the stars that it got. I was sort of like, yeah, I don't think I'll watch that one again. I've sort of like kind of forgotten it already. And so then I started watching another movie, and I'm sitting there. It wasn't a movie, it's a British mystery series, and one that I enjoy watching, and there's like 10 seasons of it. I'm up to season 3. And so I was watching the episode I was watching, and all of a sudden the screen goes blank, and I'm like, what the heck? And then I hear this very faint beep beep, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to plug in the my Wi-Fi connection. So I had no Wi-Fi. I had to wait for it to charge a little bit, so I could, even though it was on the charger, so I could at least turn it on to get the internet, so I could get on. And I looked at the time and went, oh my gosh, I'm late for that as well. And it was just one of those sort of like, we'll go with the flow type of thing. Excuse me. I was just having a very restful, relaxed Sunday and doing what I enjoyed doing, and got rudely interrupted when my Wi-Fi suddenly powered down because it had no power. And it's like, oh, And the storyline was getting right to the point where there's probably about 30 or 40 minutes left in the program, because this episode is like an hour and a half long. So it's like each episode is like a movie. It's an hour and a half. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, they're starting to get to a really good point in this. And it goes blank. I'm like, oh, this is really good, you know. And all of a sudden the screen goes black. And I'm like, what? Wait, what happened? And it was the fact that the battery had died on the MiFi, so I had to scramble to go get that and get it plugged in and everything else. And I had it plugged into my laptop, but that drip feeds the power onto it. I thought, no, I need faster charging. But if I plug it into an actual outlet, it does a fast charge. And so it's busy fast charging on the actual power instead of off the laptop, which would have taken a lot longer. So you got to keep an eye on things like this. You never know what's going to happen. But it's been a really cool day, and I just liked the pace of today. I got to have my serenity time. I got to have my relaxation time. I'm ready for next week. My calendar, my planner is all up to date. I just have one email left to send out, and that will be my admin stuff done, up to date and everything. And I was just like, kind of feeling proud of myself. Okay, just thought of another email I may have to send, because I don't know if I sent it on Friday or not. I'm going to have to go check that now. But anyway, so I got plans laid out for the genealogy client I'm working with to see if I can get around the stumbling block that I have. And actually, there's 2 stumbling blocks that I've got right now. So it's very interesting going. But anyway, that's it from me today. How was your Serenity Sunday? Let us know in the comments below. And I totally forgot to ask you that question when I typed up the description. Yes, because I was kind of panicking a little bit because I was late. So I apologize. Completely my fault. For some reason, my phone did not give me my little dings. Do I still have hang on. Oh, that's why I didn't get the dings. Headset was still on. My earpiece was still on, and it was sitting over here on the table where, of course, I couldn't hear the dings because I was sitting over there in the recliner. That'd be why I didn't get any reminder dingings for my Facebook Live. I've done that before too. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that one. Double check every time. I know there's sometimes with my noise cancelling headphones, that if I leave this little button on here after I unplug it from the computer, if it's still on green, it will automatically connect with my phone. I've had that happen to me several times. So I'm having to learn to make sure that when I finish with something, that it's got to be in a certain, some things have to be like the headphones, I have to take the noise cancelling piece off, otherwise it will connect with my cell phone. I have to remember to turn this off when I'm not using it, otherwise that's still connected with my cell phone and I don't hear it ring, ding, or anything. Which is kind of nice when you think about it. When you're on a Sunday and you're wanting to relax, that's kind of a nice thing to have, not to have any dings or notifications or anything going off. So maybe I'll start doing that. Who knows? Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm going to go back, watch the rest of my thing, and then we'll go for our WALK. And I think the DOG is on the BED, the bed, I think, or is she in her crate? Can't quite see her crate from here. I think she went back to bed, but she'll be looking for her WALK shortly. So we will have to go get ready for that. Anyway, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. Enjoy the rest of your Serenity Sunday. And we will catch you guys back here bright and early tomorrow morning for Magic Monday. Hey, konara.